Hello everybody, and this is Edward of Giant. We are back with Eddie the Builder, and we've been taking quite a few odd routes. As you can see, this poor vehicle is pretty banged up and smashed up. I actually went on Steam and checked out some mods, thanks to another video I watched, and I found the auto training and auto sewing, auto mechanic, auto sewing mods to be quite a useful option. So I've been stripping this car out. That's why it's slowly but surely falling apart with all the broken pieces. Yeah, I'll link to that video in the description, just cause, or something, because I wanna give that reference. It's a pretty good video. Yeah, give a good description. Okay, so for this episode we are running out of food, as is always the problem. So, as I'll show you here, my foraging's almost at 8 again. At that level you can pretty much sustain yourself in the field, but it takes some time. You gotta spend time looking for little vegetables and leeks and onions and stuff out in the field. So it's actually better to get your cooking skill up, get your heat sources in place and stuff, and make food at your base with whatever you can. You don't even really need the heat source. If you have, for example, a heap of cabbages from harvest and a pan and a kitchen knife, you can just chop up a stir fry, chop twice, put them in there, and you'll get some cooking out of that and a bit more nutrition and happiness. But I would like to get a heat source, especially as the winter is coming on this one. So that would be good. Okay, oh, get him. Okay. Now, a lot of the houses here, especially in this area of Rosewood, definitely had barbecues, definitely. So I just need to find them. Fuel propane, I'm definitely not looking at using propane. Gonna look for the charcoal ones. Let's see. Here we are, people. Oh, what's wrong? That was weird. Now this is a normal barbecue. So let's see. There you go. Small enough to fit in my backpack. Put it in there so you don't get too over encumbered. There we go. Should be able to have this. Excellent. Now the good thing about... Man, that was a waste. This is a bad pathfinding. It was just right next to my base. The good thing about this barbecue is it can be used with pretty much any fuel. That, the good old antique oven, I always opt for the antique oven first. I don't know how safe this thing is around timber, that's the only thing. But let's unpack it. I think I'll keep an open plan. Let me put it up here against the stairs. I think that's a good place. Right there. There we go. So we can add all sorts of fuel. Let's see what we have. I definitely have some scrap wood. Let's see. Okay, so we've got some there we go. Get some of that. I know we have some scrap wood. I'm sure we have some scrap wood. There we go. Got some pine cones too, thanks to my scrounging, scavenging, foraging. There we go. Okay. It's morning time, and let's just see what we can do. Scrap wood, pinecone. Yeah, that's all the stuff we want to put in there. That's 26 hours worth of fuel. Wow, that was, I think that was all the branches he put in there. Now, what can we make? Got a lot of food there. I have an idea. We got, let me see. This is a good thing to have. Are these a container? What would it be? It is a cooking implement. I got the cooking pot with water. I think it might be at the water. Ah! There we go, create soup. Okay, so let's add some split peas. I've never done that before. Split pea soup. Add salt, definitely. And let's add some, yeah, ramen noodles. Boink. Okay. Oh, wrong door. Yeah, so this is a start. I haven't read a cooking book yet, but this is a start. Let's see, barbecue info. Unlit. Yeah, so how do I light it? I've got this. Oh yeah, it needs kindling. I thought the twigs would be kindling. Not the twig, I thought the yeah, the twigs. I thought the twigs would be kindling. Usually a ripped sheet would serve as kindling, so let's see. Let's grab one. I hope it works. It should work. Ah! That's the most important feature. To save on your fuel going further down or further along, always put out your fire as soon as you finished using it. But yeah, let's see. I hope this doesn't set my base on fire, because that might just that might just destroy the series. There you go. Took a while. Definitely takes a while. There we go. So now we can put out that fire. Still got 26 hours and 56 minutes left, so a lot of time left. And drink, 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 drink. Come on, drink, bro. Drink. Yeah. So we got a little cooking from that, no doubt. Yep. And I mean, this is very likely close, because I've not done any cooking really since this series started, so it might be a major piece of that XP. Likely not all of it, but most likely a lot of it. Yeah, another thing is we've been getting a lot of leather, so armoring up properly. This is the benefit of wearing or carrying scissors. If you carry scissors with you, you will notice you've got a lot more leather suddenly, because you'll be snipping and stripping and making your patches out in the field instead of carrying heavy leather around. So the one consequence of losing 81 was my carpentry skill. Now I did watch as many woodcrafts as I could, but I got up to 5. So I'm gonna need to do some grinding again to get to 7, and what I want to do is seal up the windows, the doors, and put this nook here. From this corner to that corner I want to put a wall in and seal off this left side, because I just don't think it's necessary for this. For the purposes of the type of base we're building, we don't need that amount of space. It's not necessary. And the more windows and sides you have to cover, unless you just make a little notch for an exit, node for an escape. Which, speaking of which, let's actually put in our escape sheet rope, because the mechanism wouldn't work earlier, but for some reason it's working now. I don't understand why. I couldn't do this earlier. I have no idea why. But yeah, I don't personally. I just don't need a base this big to do what needs to be done. So let's put. You see, come on. There we go. I couldn't do this last time, even with the window open. I don't know why that happened. That's very weird. Okay, so sealing the place up. Got my hot wiring skill back thanks to car zone and auto mechanics. That helps. But this car, if you saw the types of bumps this car took, it got wrecked quite heavily. Let me show you. We got into a trip. We went to Martridge. There's a little house there with a lot of guns. And we went all the way up to Riverside, I want to say. Both of them for the VHS locations. We barely got any new woodcraft, so it didn't really matter. All the rest are up in Louisville, so videos aren't really an option. We went to Ekron 2, which would be the next base. Now, if someone, that's just what I call it. I don't know what the new name is. I've heard Ekron most of the time, so that's just what I'm going to say. But this base here, the gas station, is, in my opinion, the best base. It might be the base I set up as a center point to anchor this whole series for that I know, just the main supply point. So yeah, still a lot to be done. As you can see, I need to move my garbage. Gonna need to get some storage up in this corner. I'll also show you, can't really see it from the inside. Already got a lot of logs. I'm stacking up the logs out here. You'll see specifically 4 logs stack, and the reason is a 4 log stack weighs only 12 and a single log weighs 9, so you get a huge amount of weight efficiency by using the 4 log stack. That's just my way, so I'm sort of gathering up the timber for the next phases of this project, for this room, that room, and then all the other rooms. Yeah, I hope you got a bit of an idea. You don't need the furnace or the antique oven. You can just you know, stuff a barbecue in your place. I'm just a bit wary of if it will burn something down to make your food, because I don't do the electrical. I want to go as sustainable as I can without burning off the fuel from my car, which is what you essentially end up doing with the generator. So that's just my way. I like using the hard fuels. And if you can't find the antique oven, and they're not everywhere, so it could happen, just stuff a barbecue in it in your room. It'll be fine. The charcoal type, not the propane type. But thank you very much for watching, everybody. This has been Edward of Childhood Adventures of Eddie the Builder 2, who has a bit of a lag in his carpentry skill thanks to being the second contender for building all these bases, because somebody's gonna have to do it. Somebody's gonna have to build all these bases, turn these little houses into proper places. So thank you very much, and I hope you have a good day. Bye bye.